At ease, soldiers. Sergeant Nick Fury here with a sit rep regarding the player versus player. I'm sure some of you have already seen a few other videos floating out there on a couple other channels where these guys are like jumping up and down and all excited and acting like this is the best thing since sliced bread. But let me tell you, this is actually sort of bad news. Um, and then, of course, they don't want to put any links on the videos that they show. They just want to show this stupid little post right here and then talk about it. So it took me a while to actually find this post because it's in on the French forums. So you got to go to forums-fr.ub.com, and it's going to be the first frickin' post in the forum. I'll back up here, and of course, I'm going to put all the crap here. Yeah, when you get to their Ghost Recon forum, and of course, then what they do, then they do all these stupid little graphics and on their videos, right? Overlays. Instead, why don't they do this, man? Like I tell you, you just come here. If you use Google Chrome, you right click on the Google Chrome, and there's a little thing right here that says translate to frickin' English. Bam, man. Just like that. Why are they sitting there acting like they're, oh man, we're doing something you can't do. We have to try. He goes, I don't even know how to understand French, so I had to go to Google and have it translated. I'm like, dude, have you lost your freaking mind or what, man? You do know how to use a web browser, right? See, look at it. It'll change everything as you go from, as soon as you say change it to English and you keep scrolling on each page, it changes it. So why is he tripping and going through all that trouble and doing overlays and which probably took him forever to do all that crap? Holy cow, man. Seriously? I take you guys right to the page, man. Forget that crap. You guys are all big people, right? You're all grown-ups. I don't have to hold your hand. I don't have to hold back information from you. I mean, seriously, man. Holy. So anyways, all they're doing is they're looking for people living in Paris and its surroundings who would like to test the future player versus player mode in order to collect their impressions. The idea would be participate in regular gaming sessions with the development team. If you're interested, please let us know by answering the thread below and saying why you are interested in player versus player. The development team will analyze your player profile and will contact you. Now, in a couple of videos we've been talking about September for player versus player coming out. Well, knowing how Ubisoft does all their stuff, um, and knowing that the closed beta started, remember, back in January, and then we had the open beta, and then the game got released March the 7th. So if they're right now looking for people to do NDA testing, because that's exactly what they're talking about. So all these guys on these other channels are like, oh man, we're gonna get all these people's first impressions of what they're saying, and oh, they'll be able to tell us and blah blah blah, and post screenshots and videos, and man, we'll know all this within another couple of days. That's if you go watch their other videos, they're all jumping up and ain't none of that happening, bro. I guarantee you 100%, people. They're looking for people to come into their studio and sit there. That's exactly what it says. Paris surrounding area, right? Participate in gaming sessions with the development team. That doesn't mean they're going to give you a copy of the game and let you go home and go hog wild crazy on it and have all your friends and neighbors come over. No, 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 no. Matter of fact, I guarantee you when they go there, they're going to take away their cell phones and they're going to get searched and all that crap before they go into any room with any computer with this game on it. And they're going to have them sign a crap load of paperwork with NDAs, man. And if you don't know what an NDA is, that's a non disclosure agreement. And I'm quite familiar with those, having been in the gaming community for over 30 years. I've tested many games. See? And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you what games I tested. Even to this day, I'll still hold firm to what I agreed on. But yeah. So again, the bad news now that I'm getting to, as you obviously can tell, is they normally do that for about 60 to 90 days before they release any type of alpha testing. Where they have you sign up online, that type of testing, and then the open and betas and close and all this other crazy crap they do nowadays, which would lead us to believe that if these people are just starting to look for people right now, and let's see, here's some person here, and toning, I player for Ghost, be able to hide it against real players on Mad, but there's so much opportunity to try to load it. Oh, dude, no, they're not going to get you, bro. This guy, Last Angel. I allow myself to give a little helping hand. I'm not on beating and cannot afford to cost but my way. No, The input criteria is both simple and not accessible. How to? If I'm mumbling, folks, sorry. I forgot that you're following along here. Hmm. Oh, super. Okay, this is their moderator. You can go read all these too. I thought I'd just put them on the screen real quick here before I go on to the giving you more information on player versus player, because I had actually done a post a few months ago, and I'll show you that post right now. And this is pulled directly from the code in the game. And again, I'll put up this link to my forum post, and you can go there and reread all this or read it for people who haven't seen it the first time. But basically, even though he's talking in here that there's three colors, so which might be an indication that there might be three teams or three factions, they're only showing us the red and the blue. Okay, so there could be a third team. So we might have 4 versus 4, which is, but again, don't, nothing's written in stone. This is all just pulled from the code in the game. But here's your scoreboard image here showing the victory. And of course, he says winner, winner, chicken dinner, and we all know what he's referencing that to. And then defeat, and then draw. Okay, and then we're going to talk about the factions here. If you notice on these images, he's talking about what basically the 4 players are going to look like, not really the factions. So I believe these are more like he's saying that these are your team slots and your classes. These are the guys that you can actually pick to be. And if that's the indication, hopefully they're not going to be keeping us locked into these uniforms, which, they might be. We don't know. But he said there are going to be 5 different classes or loadouts for multiplayer, which are Assault, Engineer, Scout, Sniper, and Support. We'll go over them each one at a time. Now, the Assault class looks to have an assault rifle. Here they show an ACR. As a pistol, we have the Silence P45, 4 frag grenades, and he's equipped with a scanner, medium armor, night vision goggles, and a pair of binoculars. Okay, now we're going to go down to the Engineer. He's more versatile. He has an SMG, a P90 it looks like from what we look like here, and a P45 for the pistol. Again, he's got 4 mines, 2 frag grenades. Now he uses a drone instead of a scanner. And he carries medium armor, his NVGs, and a pair of binoculars. The Scout class is a lighter version of the Engineer. He appears to also carry the P90, also the P45, but carries only 2 frag grenades. His armor is listed as medium. And his speed and stamina, according to this, seem to be increased, as you can notice down here on the bottom. See, these guys don't have it, and he seems to have that. Now the Sniper is pretty cool because he has this jammer. Now all of you who played Fallen Ghost noticed that there was a jammer guy in there, and they also the sniper. Well, I don't know if it was a sniper guy or whoever that lost it down on Arios. Oh my god, I can't even pronounce their names right. They had that stealthy predator ghillie suit, so that would be really sweet. If they incorporate that somehow into player versus player. So, but he gets to carry, as you can see. See, here's your new class of rifles right here, and new class of scope, and no mines, of course, because he's not worried about that. Two grenades. Now, armor. He says level 3 here. So, again, all this is all relatively speaking. So, now the support class, he's the heavy machine gunner. Obviously, he's carrying a Mark 48, and he's got heavy body armor too. Two mines, which is funny, four frag grenades, but his speed and stamina seem to be negative, and I guess that's based on the fact that he's carrying a heavier load, which is sort of bizarre. Now, whether or not these go up, we'll have to see too. Maybe as you play, these will actually increase, to a positive. So you probably start at a negative and then have some type of reward system. But again, we won't know. But again, I'm just trying to put this out because, it looks like it's going to be a while down the road here before we get player versus player. Now, weapons classes, obviously handguns, carbines, DMRs, snipers, and I would say Letty. Wow, machine gun, submachine gun. Now, again, he was saying he found tons of weapons in the code. So what he did is he sort of grouped them together, and as you can see, there's a few new ones here that we haven't had obviously already. What I'm sort of excited about is we have actually get some revolvers down here that we get to use, which is cool. And if any of you use a CZ45, that's a nice one to use. Of course, M1911, everybody's familiar with that one. Carbines now. A couple of new carbines in here. These bullpups. This is really interesting. Yeah, AUG. Probably a side like a side AUG. So this is good. Like I said, we're gonna at least get new weapons for this, for sure. Now, the SKS we don't have, and the M110 we don't have, but these obviously we're using already in the game, the Mark 14 and G28. Now here we also have a couple of new rifles, which is pretty excited about. The Lynx, I use this one in Arma 3, great rifle. Again, the M40A5, really nice to use. Dragunov we're already using. DSR1, this looks interesting. And Mosin-Nagant, this is a very old rifle. I mean, that's like a World War II rifle that's obviously been upgraded. Shotguns. Again, Benelli Super M490. That's a brand new one. KSG. Not familiar with that one, the manufacturer, but again, we already have the spas, and this I believe is a. Come on. I want to say it's a Mossberg M590 because it has the M Mossberg. I might be wrong on that though. Let's go on to light machine guns. MG4. This looks interesting. This is H&K makes this. The 121. This is a German 308. Of course, we know what the Stoner is. PKP. That's definitely a Chinese. Mark 48's us. PKM. Nice. Oh, and we get the M60. Holy crikey. Can't believe they're bringing that thing back, man. Wow. Let's go on to the squad automatic weapons. RPK 47, nice to use. The L86A2, I use this a bit in AMA. It's a cool one. These two, neither one of these two. Well, the Type 95 we're already using, but if you notice here, they're actually showing the drum, which this is going to really get a lot of guys excited because they don't like that 75 round magazine, banana clip one that we have. So this is a 100 round drum, which is what originally came on this weapon, and the Chinese put that on there originally. So that's going to be interesting if that actually does come out. Now, we thought this was going to be an add-on that we could buy in the store. because for a while it was there and then it disappeared. So again, that might be something that they bring back. Who knows? CMG. Wow. Compact machine guns. Here you go. This one we already have the MP7 in the game, but not the A1. This one I've used before, the PP 2000. Quite a really high cyclic fire rate on that one. This one, the VBR PDW, not familiar with that one. And this one is based on a Mac 10 design, Cobra Mac 10. So I've used those. Now we're on to the submachine guns. You can see quite a few submachine guns. A lot of these, again, we already have in the game already, and a few of these are new additions to the game that they're going to go ahead and. Now you're familiar. We're using the G36C. Now they're giving us a G36K. Okay, so they're throwing that in there. And again, a few of these MP5 SD, UMP45. These are all H&K, H&K products there. Hmm. Now let's get on to the tools, because again, there's a lot of stuff to look at. I'm trying to cut this video a little bit short. I don't want to make it too long here. So there's going to be lots of drones, lots of scanners, man, lots of crazy gear if they include it. Now, claymores and laser mines are probably going to be the two biggest things that are going to get people excited. That I think. I don't know about this aim assist. I don't need an aim assist. Jammer would be cool. Scanner, disruptor, booster. I don't know what the booster is going to boost. Something. Ammo pack, pretty cool. Camera sensor, claymore. I mean, this is what we need in the game right now, is a claymore or something we can put behind us, because our AI is so stupid when it comes to protecting our rear. I mean, how many times you've been there and they sit there and say everything's clear, everything's okay, and next you know you get shot on your six by somebody, right? So place turret, I'm not too. I don't know about that. I guess this would be cool if we're doing player versus players and we have to defend an area. I'm assuming this is where all these are going to come into play there. Drones, tool drone. I mean, is this like a tool drone to like repair stuff, right? Or is it just a tool drone, like a drone by itself? You know what I mean? And then drone attract, drone EMP, drone explode. Now, check this out. Smoke grenades, man. Now, why they got smoke grenade down here with the drone, I'm not quite sure what this guy's tripping on, because you would think that would have been up here with the equipment or something. But this is what we've been asking for in the game all along too, is smoke. Why don't we have any smoke grenades, man? We just got. I mean, seriously, if we could lay down some smoke, how many times could you get out of a situation, right? Or you could use smoke to confuse them or whatever, so you could go up there and melee somebody. Or yeah, so we definitely need it. Now, last but not least, the maps. Okay. Now, as you can see from this map, and since obviously we're going to be using the existing map that they have already, as you know, in Fallen Ghost and Narco Road, they just whacked it all up and did crazy things with it. So if any of you can figure out where this little river and this little crossing is and all that is on the map, my hat's off to you, because I'm clueless. I looked a few times and I wasn't able to find it. But basically, there's your area that we're going to have to fight in. So yeah, we're definitely not going to get the whole country. So, and here's another version of basically the same type of situation. Then the last, he found a mock up of something called In Session. But he said he doesn't know if this is going to be in the game because it was really old. But again, you can see it's something basically just, you know, like our stat page. You go to the menu and go to your character and go click on info and it tells you everything that's going on. So, but again, that's all the information that anybody has. Nobody has anything new at all, other than everybody getting all crazy about this stupid French post. Would again, to me isn't good news. This is actually bad news. Because again, if they're just looking for people right now, and we're already halfway through July, that means over the next 2 weeks, they're going to start weeding people out, right? So, somewhere around August 1st, they're going to get a bunch of people together in a room, and they're going to sit them down and let them start alpha testing a game. And again, if they can knock that out in 30 days, then that would be fantastic. But then they still have to beta test the game, right? And we saw that we had two beta tests. Okay, and each one ran about 30 days, right? January, February, and then March the 7th, the game came out. So again, I doubt very seriously, unless they have a finished game already, basically, and they just want these people to run through the whole game and tell them what they think. But that's normally not how it is. Usually, when they sit down, because they're talking about regular gaming sessions with the development team, so I'm assuming that they basically have a pretty solid alpha build, and right now they just want to get feedback as to what's going on. And then normally that's just locally. Then at that point, they have NDA testers all over the place, right? Because they got to test it in all the different languages too. So I don't know. If it comes out in September, I would be very surprised. I think we're looking at more of a Christmas, around a Christmas release date. Like something to match the Call of Duty World War II release on November 7th, and a lot of other games. So I think we're looking more around that time frame. Now, on the other hand, oh God, did I bookmark this page? Hold on, I think I have it over here still. What I did find out, though, let's see if I have it here. He did post another. Oh, I can probably go right to his post. I'll show you. I can go right there. He did post some information on the Tier 1 mode, this guy Raven. And again, I'm going to put all these links in the bottom of this video, so for all you who don't, you've already watched it already, so sorry. Come on. We'll go over here and I'll show you. He posted, it looks like there's going to be two more of these tier modes. This is tier one, mode, and then I think there's going to be two more of these. So I'm assuming they're sort of stretching this out. Why is this thing taking forever to go? Come on, go. Okay, let's go over here. And we'll go to his post real quick and I'll show you what's going on. Wow. Okay, here we go. Alright, and we have, here we go, Title 5 update. And again, I'm going to put this it'll all be down below. It'll all make sense here. Because then my browser's decided to run really slow all of a sudden for some stupid reason. I know how to window update. I could have swore I restarted my computer already, but I might not have. But what he's showing us here is he was right on the money with this whole tier 1 thing. Come on, man. What's going on? What? Because I got stupid Steam going. No, that's not the issue. Well, there it goes. Okay. So since we just did the repeat of the season 2, Kill the Yeti again, we should have been on season 3, week 1, correct? Well, apparently he found that information in the Title 5, because apparently they have all this crap there, and it's just a matter of them unlocking this stuff for us. That's why we have these huge downloads that everybody freaks out on, goes, why do we have to have 7 gig downloads? Well, because they like to put all the stuff that's coming out later on our PCs already, so they don't have to. So apparently it's all going to be based around these are going to be the rewards. This little kerchief, the, I don't know, ranchero pants, this Russian fur cap, and everybody's going to be excited about this actual leafy ghillie suit, which is probably the best thing because I don't care about the hats. And oh, and this beanie, there's like some beanie looking thing with a llama on it. But this looks really cool. This is the part I wanted to show you. Is this, look at the leaf on this thing. So this would be pretty cool. We get that, and if we get the pants to match it, yeah, that'll be sweet. And then of course there's some patch. Now the store spoilers, these are already passed. Anybody who lives in the United States know that we got the Independence Day, right? We got the face paint, and this was one of the rewards that we had already. I don't know, last season. So then, any of you who do not want to see the tier one rewards, then do not look any farther at this freaking video, okay? Because I'm going to show you what they are, because they're not that exciting. But that's why I don't want to disappoint anybody. But I feel like I might as well just show you because you're going to go to this web page and see them anyways. Okay, so here's your rewards. And I already have this Jaws. I just got this one right here. I'm not going to tell you where you get them at. That would be too much. But yeah, so I already have all four of these, and I already have this one and that one, the Gaelic one, and I have I think this Old Glory one, but I don't have this one. This is like really freaking cool. The Ghost Skull patch and the U.S. flaggy and the knife and all that. Weapon wise, we all have this, the Desert HTI, and we have this one right here, this skin, and this weapon right here is the LOVC, like the one from the Division, but they give us a 203 grenade launcher, the sights, and it's suppressed and it has a laser on it. And of course, you can take the suppressor off, so that's sort of cool. And then we get this other funky skin. Now, the thing is, I want to show you is right now we're doing tier 1 mode, and he said the code name for that was Prestige. But you notice we have these other two over here also. So what it seems like from what he's gleaning from all this, and I can tell you can see this guy knows what he's talking about. We're going to have two more of these tier competition thingies to keep us stringing along for a couple more months until, excuse me, player versus player comes out. Because right now we are doing this. So I'm assuming that this is tier 1 mode, and then they're going to be tier 2 mode, and then a tier 3 mode. Sorry, but I'm thinking like he is. So again, I'm going to put all this information, all these links. I know it's been a lot of information. It's been a long video, but I had a lot of crap to tell you, and I didn't want to break all this up. And again, you can go, I'll have this French forum here, and again, all you got to do is open it up in Google Chrome. You can probably open it up in anything, but if you right click on it, it'll automatically change everything to English. So that's why I didn't have to put up graphics and overlays and all that crazy crap like everybody else did on their videos. No, you just go here and you can read what everybody has to say. I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be several pages of crap, and you can see as you scroll, it'll actually change to English, like I said. So yeah, there's a couple pages here. So this will give you, and plus you can link that because apparently they like to put stuff on the French one that they don't put on the U.S. one. But other than that, I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. And if you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and click that wherever that subscribe button is on the video over there, someplace here at the bottom. And again, for everybody else, I appreciate you watching all this. But again, this is all the info I have, and I would say, we're looking at 90 days at least. Sorry to say, but come on, join me on tier 1 mode. It's fun if we have people. If you do it with other people, it's fun. It's a grind if you do it by yourself. So join up with your friends, or like I said, I'll be happy to play with anybody as long as you don't get too Rambo-ish on me, or else I'll go Sergeant Nick Fury on you and start screaming at you like an NCO to a basic recruit. But other than that, everybody please have a great day, safe morning, afternoon, evening, Until I come up with something else, this is Sergeant Nick Fury, at ease. And all you are screwing up and not doing my videos and watching them right, drop and give me